Energy is something that must be changed or transferred in order to do something. There are many different ways that energy can be stored or transferred. For example, kinetic energy is the energy in movement. The unit for measuring the amount of energy is called the joule, J. You need about to walk up the stairs between 2 floors in a building. The movement is taking the people higher, so kinetic energy is being changed to gravitational potential energy. Energy changes are not always helpful. Typhoons, hurricanes, earthquakes, and tsunamis are some examples of how energy changes can be very dangerous. You can represent the processes as arrows and draw diagrams to show changes in energy. Here are some other examples. A fire that burns wood changes chemical energy to thermal energy. A television converts electrical energy to sound and light. In natural gas, energy stores and transfers. There are many different ways in which energy is being stored or transferred around you all the time. Energy can be stored more easily in some ways than in others. For example, you can keep uncooked rice for a long time. That is a store of chemical energy. Coal and crude oil are stores of chemical energy that formed millions of years ago. This shows that some energy stores can last for a very long time. A battery is another example of how chemical energy can be stored. It is quite easy to store chemical energy. The gas is burned, which changes chemical energy to thermal energy. Gravitational potential energy is also easy to store. The picture shows a tank containing water. A pump has been used to lift up the water. The water stores gravitational potential energy. The tennis ball has a store of kinetic energy while it is moving. Some energy stores only last for a short time. Thermal energy, heat, is one example. Hot objects will eventually cool down. They will lose their store of thermal energy. Kinetic energy is another example. Kinetic energy is more difficult than chemical or gravitational potential energy to store. The tennis ball in the picture has a store of kinetic energy while the ball is moving, but the ball will eventually stop moving. In all these examples, there is a process or event that changes or transfers the energy. For example, burning is a process. Energy can be stored more easily in some ways than in others. The unit for measuring the amount of energy is called the joule, J. There are many different ways in which energy is being stored or transferred around you all the time. The electrical energy is then transferred through wires into homes and buildings transferred around you all the time. The electrical energy is then transferred through wires into homes and buildings. Energy is something that must be changed or transferred in order to do something.